everyone. Welcome back to Magical Moments. I am Allison. So today we are talking just a little bit about my Disney background and how I've grown to love the park so much and why we were doing this channel to begin with. So yeah, guess we'll jump right into it. So I fell in love with Disney at a very young age. I grew up watching all the movies on repeat. I was definitely a Disney girl and not a Nickelodeon girl, but that's okay. I was also very fortunate to get to go to the parks a lot growing up with my family. We would go, it was a tradition to go once every 2 years. So that was amazing. Hopefully we can insert some pictures here of some of those trips. So I grew up going to the parks a lot. I also, one of my earliest memories of being at Disney that I think this is when I fell in love with the parks. I think back to there was a nighttime parade. It wasn't the electrical parade, some other nighttime parade. And a cast member had pulled me aside into the street and he was like, "Do you want to start the parade?" And so I was like, yes. I mean, I was like 5 at the time. And so he counted down from 10, and then on 1 I was supposed to say something and wave my hands around. And then when I did that, literally the entire park, all the lights went off, the music started playing, the float started coming out, and then ever since then I was like, I want to live here, I want to be a princess, I want to just live at Disney. So yeah, then I got older and I got to go to the parks a lot because of cheerleading. We had a lot of competitions there, a lot of events there, and then in our hometown, the senior trip is a class trip to Disney. So I actually got to go with Trent. We got to experience Disney. Technically, that was our first time together. We were not dating at the time. We were just friends. But that was super magical, and just being in a place with all of your closest friends, like Disney, is incredible. When I went into college, I heard, it was my freshman year of college that I heard about the Disney College program. From that moment, ever since I heard of it, I literally started watching every Disney College program YouTube that I could find. I was keeping up with newsletters, bloggers, vloggers, everything. I had my whole college path planned around doing the Disney College program my junior year of college. And if I didn't get in that time, it was kind of like a do or die thing, because literally I'm a huge planner. Everything was planned out for that, for me to go at that time. I remember the year before I even applied to the Disney College program, I had went with my family and I was sitting there watching the fireworks, crying as usual. But I kept thinking to myself, like, this is it. This is where I belong. This is where I want to be. And then I met Trent. It was really just an incredible relationship where everything started working out. We had been dating for like almost a year at this point. I was approaching my junior year of college. I knew that it was the time to apply for the Disney College program, and so I applied. I got in on my first try, thank goodness, and I did the Disney College program in January of 2017. I want to make all sorts of videos about the Disney College program where you get to hear that story and meet my roommates and even talk to Trent about his part of that. But I was in Disney. I lived and worked at Disney World for 4 months, and it was the best 4 months of my life. Trent came down multiple times and was able to experience the magic with me. I was able to make magic, and literally that little girl's dream of living and working in Disney World came true. And yeah, it was magical. So we came home and Trent actually proposed the next year. And we had this whole elaborate plan where we were going to travel to Ireland for our honeymoon. I had, like I said, I'm a huge planner, so I had mapped the entire thing out. Things fell through, and that's okay, because we decided, you know what, we're just gonna go have a Disney moon. Like, we are both our happiest selves when we were at Disney together. So we were like, why would we not want that to be our honeymoon? So we arrived on our honeymoon, and went to Disney. We were there 3 days, and there was one day that we were having an off day. We couldn't get into the parks, but we did have a fancy dinner at Ohana that night. And next thing you know, we bought annual passes. So that's a story all in itself that we are really looking forward to telling you, because the whole leading up to that is pretty hysterical. But since then, we've been to Disney quite a few times. That was just last October that we became pass holders. But then a pandemic hit, and that threw a big wrench in a lot of our Disney plans. But we are heading back soon. And yeah, that's kind of just a little bit about why I fell in love with Disney to begin with. We're excited to make these videos for you and to put them out there, and hopefully it's like giving me that sense of making magic again. And we are super excited to be back with you guys soon.